Hi, guys. So, technology is great until it doesn't work, and then it decides to randomly work. I don't get it. I still haven't figured out the microphone on my school computer. I'm still on my personal computer, but now it's deciding it wants to use the microphone again. Don't get it. So, we're good for now. So what you guys did this last week on Monday, you guys, we started exploring Soundtrap. Okay, and you guys created your own songs using the loops that were already in Soundtrap. The second time, you guys created your own loops using the Beatmaster and the synth. Okay, today, I'm sure so many of you are going to love this. I say very sarcastically. You're going to record yourself. Please don't freak out too much. I'm not judging you on your singing ability. I promise. Okay. This is just another avenue of Soundtrap that we're going to be exploring, and that goes with the sound mixing and everything. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen so that way you guys can see what exactly we're going to be doing. And on top of that, oh, where did I put it? Make sure you guys have a set of earphones or headphones to use, because you are going to need those when you record. Okay, so I'm in Soundtrap right now. You're going to enter the studio as usual. By the way, this is like the third time I've tried to record this, so yeah. If I go a little fast, I'm sorry. Click music. All right. So like I said before, we've already browsed the loops, we've done the Beatmaster, and we've played with the synth. Okay, today we're going to actually go over here and click Add New Track. All right, and you guys are going to click on voice and microphones. All these other guys are I think for the most part is if you have a specific microphone or a specific wire that you can plug into your computer for that instrument, don't worry about those. If you do have an instrument that you want to include in your recording, which I'll talk about in a little bit, you can. I would still just stick with the voice and microphones. You can still record yourself through that microphone on that instrument if you want to. There's no problem with that. Okay, so first things first. Before you record yourself, before you play with anything, make sure you know what you want to sing. It doesn't have to be very long, okay? It can just be like one verse of a song or something, or the chorus or whatever, and practice it, okay? Make sure you know it and everything, okay? I would also make sure you can sing it with a metronome. So if you need to, like, I think there's websites that you guys can use where you can just like have a metronome going. There's also apps on your phone that you can use, like that I use in class, and I can send you guys some of that stuff in the Google Classroom assignment thing. I'll post some of that stuff if you need to. Okay. After you've practiced it and you feel good about it, first thing you're going to do when you're in here is take this reverb and turn it down. Okay. If you have that up, it's going to create a very echoey sound. Which there's nothing wrong with that, but I want to make sure everything lines up very well, okay? And sometimes when we have that reverb in there, that kind of messes up with everything lining up. So just turn that down while you are recording as far as you can, okay? So that's number one. Number two, you're going to go down here to the metronome and click it on. Click it on. There we go. That is going to keep you in time, okay? And that's very important because, as usual with all of our other tracks that we have made, everything needs to line up, okay? That's the biggest thing about mixing music, is making sure everything lines up together, okay? So once you do that, you can start recording. So I'm going to do the first verse of A Million Dreams. Junior high choir, we're going to be singing this when we get back. And then I'm going to continue on with what we're doing after there. So let's do this. Here's my click. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. All right, so now when you guys are actually recording, okay, I don't want the click to come through there. I did that so you guys can understand what I'm hearing. So let's take a listen back to this and hear what I have recorded. You can hear it through the recording. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. By the way, I didn't go down because I can't reach that low, and I also have morning coffee phlegm. Okay, so you can hear the click through that. We don't want that. Okay, so this is where your earphones are going to come in. Okay, so I'm going to put my earphones in here somewhere, wherever the earphone jack is. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to put my earphones in. I'm actually going to delete what I just did here. All right, I'm going to delete that, go back to the beginning. And I'm going to make sure my metronome is on. And now I'm only going to hear the metronome through my ears, but I'm still going to sing A Million Dreams. All right, so I'm going to try that again. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. All right, so I'm going to stop that now. I'm going to unplug my earphones so you can hear it. And now to hear it back, this is also important. Make sure you click it off. Okay, click the metronome off before you listen to it again. All right, otherwise you're going to be like, wait, I can still hear the click. Turn the metronome off. All right, so let's hear it now. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. And now you can't hear the click. So it's pretty good, all right? So that is a 1 track, okay? I want you to make 2 tracks, okay? Not 4, just 2 this time, okay? Your second track can be one of 2 things, okay? 1, you can try to sing a harmony with what you sang, okay? I know that's not very easy for a lot of you guys, so that's why that's an option. You don't have to do that. The second one is you can record a beat, an instrument that you want, but you have to make sure it sounds good with it, okay? If you don't have an instrument, and everything you can do, just make a percussion instrument on your desk. Okay, just like pat like a beat. You can just pat the beat. That's fine too, okay? So I'm going to do 2 examples here then. I'm going to do 1 example where I'm going to sing a harmony. This is not the harmony that's in the version we're going to be doing, but it's kind of one that I think sounds okay with it. So I'm going to record my harmony. And yes, I did practice all of this way ahead of time. Okay, I'm going to add track. Want that on. All right, and I'm going to record a harmony now. I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. All right. Now, the other thing that I can also hear in here is I can hear the other part as well, okay? So I have that melody in my ear while I was singing the harmony. So that way I was also lining up with what I was singing, okay? So let's hear how that sounds. Let's unplug this. Turn off the metronome. And I can see the world is waiting up for me, that I call my own. I didn't turn down the reverb. That's why you want to do that. So I'm glad that I did that so that way you guys can see that. So turn down the reverb. I think if you do that after you record too, it should fix it. All right, let's turn it down just a little bit more. I think that should have fixed it. I close my eyes, yep, and I can see a world is waiting up for me, that I call my own. All right, so there is the harmony that I made up with that, okay? So then that's one option you can do, okay? So now I already have my 2 tracks. So then I did say you didn't have to record yourself singing a harmony, because I know that's not very easy for many of you guys just to come up with a harmony. Or if you want to try to learn a harmony, that's fine too. So the other option you can do is you can try to make a percussion-y or instrument track, okay? Which is, so you would do the same thing. add a new track, like I said before, and still do the microphone, okay? Now, if you have an instrument, turn down the reverb. Turn down the reverb. All right. And make sure your metronome's on. So you can, if you have an instrument that you want to play along with it, that is fine. If you have, I know some of you guys play piano. What I would do is I'd record your piano part first if you want to do that, and then sing over top of it. It's a little bit easier to follow along that way. If you don't have a piano yet and you have another instrument that you'd like to try, sing your stuff first and then do the instrument. So right now, because I want to make sure you guys can do whatever I can do, is I'm just going to pat the beat like on my desk. Okay, so again, I'm going to plug in my earphones. All right. So that way I can hear the beat, and all I'm doing is I'm just gonna be patting the beat on my desk, okay? I'm not looking for anything elaborate. If you guys wanna make it a little bit more interesting or whatever, that is up to you. You do not have to do that, but I'm just gonna kind of make this simple because most of you guys probably don't have like an instrument to play at home, okay? Alrighty. All right, so I'm gonna stop that there. And again, I was hearing the other parts in my ears as I was recording. So now I'm going to unplug this so you guys hear it. All right, let's go back. And now you should hear everything together. I close my eyes and I can see the world is waiting for me, and I call my own. So that tapping you guys heard, that was my hand, not the metronome. I did have to go back in and turn off the metronome, okay? So yeah, those are what you're going to do. So what I want you guys to do is I want at least one track of you singing something, okay? And then the other track can either be you singing a harmony with it or some sort of instrument. You can tap your desk for the beat. I know that's going to be probably the easiest for a lot of you. If you have an instrument at home, you can play an instrument under there as well. I have a plethora of instruments I could have chosen from, but for time's sake, we're just, I'll do that another time, I suppose. Make sure that you title it. So I'm going to title this, A Million Dreams. Make sure you save it. And make sure you share it with me, okay? And make sure you guys, a lot of you, make sure you pay attention. I do send you all feedback on, sometimes it's just, hey, this is good, good job. Sometimes it's little tidbits of advice, okay? So make sure you guys are paying attention to those notes that I leave you guys. Again, if you have any questions or any issues, please let me know. I am happy to answer any questions you guys have. Don't forget about our Zoom meetings next Wednesday, junior high at 9 a.m. and high school at 1:30 p.m. All right, guys. Thank you so much. See you soon.